Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Welcome to the Tadvidya Sambhasha Parishad series of guest lectures of Charaka Samhita Sutrasthana. Now in the Charaka Samhita Sutrasthana we are dealing with the 12th chapter, that is the Vata Kalakali Adhyaya, the second part. In the first part we have already dealt about the questions which were asked by the Rishis, Rishigana, who were Sammilita or who were gathered in the Parishad, Sambhasha Parishad. As we see that in this Sambhasha Parishad, many rishis have given their opinion regarding the Vata, Pitta and Kapha, their Kala and Akala, that is the Guna and Aguna of Vata, Pitta and Shleshma. So therefore we have seen that here we have already seen the questions which were asked by the different Maharshis and also the answers one by one which are answered further. So these answers are not only given by one person, it is given by different acharyas or different rishis who were present in the Sambhasha Parishad. Later in the end, Punarvasu Atreya gives a conclusion. So we are just going through the one by one topics, that is mainly we have gone through the questions. First, that is what are the gunas of Vayu, how the prakopa of the Vata happens, how the prashamana of the Vata happens, all these things we have seen. So in the last class we were discussing about the prakopa and prashamana of the Vata, that is how Vata will get aggravated, or how does the prakopana of Vata will happen. Prakopa doesn't here mean that it is only Vriddhi, it may be any kind of Dushti, it may be Prakopa includes Vriddhi and Kshaya, both will be included under Prakopa. So we have seen the Samprapti of the Vata Prakopa, and also we have seen the Prashamana, how Prashamana of the Vata happens. Before that we have also seen the Gunas of Vata, that is the Shad Guna of Vata, which are the main focus of this particular chapter. So Shad Gunas of Vata, the Prakopana Karana, and how the Prakopa happens, and the Prashamana, how it happens. All these things were seen by us. So later, now is the turn of the knowing the Guna and Aguna of Vata. That is what Karma Vata does. That is Prakrita Karma of Vata is what, and Vikrita Karma of Vata is what. The enumeration of this is very important. Therefore, there are two divisions in this. Now, if you see that there are distinct features of Vata, Pitta and Shleshma. Before understanding the dosha as such, we should know that there is a nirdesha here that Vata is having dual nature. That is, it is having the karma in the Sharira, and also it is having the karma in the Loka. So, Loka Vayu Karma and the Sharira Vayu Karma are a little different. It may be a little similar. As we see in the Sharirasthana in the 4th chapter, you will come across about the Loka Purusha Samya Siddhanta, wherein many of the features or the factors which are present in the Loka corresponds to the functions or the dravyas which are present in the Sharira. So in the similar way, Vata is also a component which is present in the Sharira as well as in the Loka. Therefore, we find many similarities in the nature of functions of the Vata in the Sharira and Vata in the Loka. Both of them have been enlisted here. So you can see that Acharya Vayurvida, that is the name itself suggests, it is very easy to remember also. That is Vayurvidaha, that is the one person who knows about Vayoho Vid, that is one who is proficient about Vayu or Vata. He is speaking about this. So therefore it is very similar, easy to remember also that Vayurvida Maharshi or Rajarshi it is told. Rajarshi it is told. That is, he is not only a Rishi, he is Rajarshi. That is a very accomplished Rishi. That means he had a lot of scientific temperament in him, and with a lot of scientific evidences he has told this. It is not that simply he is enlisting the Sharira Vayu Karma and Loka Vayu Karma. He is very much proficient in whatever he is saying. That has to be understood here. So, evam etat सर्वम अनपवादम तथा भगवानाः यानि तु खलु वायुः कुपिता कुपितस्य शरीरचरस्य शरीरेषु चरतः कर्मणि बहिःशरीरेभ्यो वा भवन्ति. So not only in the Sharira, the Vayu has its functions or the karma in the Bahisharira, that is in the external to the body also, external to the Sharira also you can find a lot of karma of Vayu. तेषाम् अवयवान् प्रत्यक्ष अनुमान उपदेशैः साधयित्वा नमस्कृत्य वायवे यथाशक्ति प्रवक्ष्यामः. Now he is telling that यथाशक्ति प्रवक्ष्यामः, whatever I know or whatever I have understood, that I will be telling or enumerating with pranams to the Vayu itself, because Vayu is considered to be the Bhagavan, right? So he is telling how I have come to know about this. I have come to know about this with the help of Pratyaksha Anumana Upadeshaihi Sadhahitva. That is, with the help of Pratyaksha Jnana, with the help of Anumana Jnana and Aptopadesha Jnana, he is going to narrate these things. It is not that it is simply narrated with his own imagination. It is because of with pramanas. Along with the pramanas, he is enumerating these karmas. So whatever karmas have been enlisted further, all these things are Pratyaksha Gamya or Anumana Gamya or Aptopadesha Janya. So sadhayitva namaskritya vayave yatashakti pravaksham. He is doing namaskara to the Vayu and then and enumerating the karma of Vayu. The first karma which he is enumerating is the Vayuhu tantra yantradharaha. That is, we have discussed this also, that Vayuhu tantra yantradharaha. Tantra yantradharaha. That is, it does the dharana of the tantra as well as the yantra. So there is a slight difference between tantra and yantra. What is yantra? Yantra is something which is an instrument. That is, sharira itself is considered to be an instrument, right? So the components of the sharira or sharira avayava can be considered as the yantra, and the tantra means what? The way in which it works, that is called as tantra, right? So in general we say that is Agnivesha tantra. This Charaka Samhita is also tantra. So how it is becoming a tantra? Because there is some application. You can do something with that. There is some action, karma based in that. So that is coming under the category or the perspective of tantra. So yantra is something which comes to the category of instrument. And tantra is the functionality of it. So Vayuhu tantra yantradharaha, both have been told. That is, it does the dharana of the tantra, that is the functional aspect of it, as well as it will also take care of the yantra, that is about the component of this particular sharira. All the avayavas of the shariras are also taken care of by the Vayuhu. Therefore, in this particular shloka, you might have by-hearted in the first year in Sharira Kriya Vijnana. You might have by-hearted this particular shloka which enumerates the karma of Vayu. Anyway, once again we will go through. In Charaka Samhita Sutra Sthana also, this particular shloka is very important and is to be by-hearted and will be usually asked in the examination. So Vayuhu Yantra Tantradharaha Pranodana Samana Vyanapanatma. That is, it is having 5 different distinctions, these classifications. That is Prana, Udana, Samana, Vyana and Apanatma. That is, Atma means what? It has all these classifications. Atma means here the Vayu itself. Vayu is having these classifications. प्रवर्तकः चेष्टा उच्चावचानां नियंता प्रणेता च मनसः सर्वेन्द्रियाणाम् उद्योजकः. Sarve Indriyanam Udyojakaha. Udyojakaha means Prerakaha. That is, it will do the Prerana for the all the Indriyas to function properly. Niyanta Praneta cha Manasaha. That is, it can Niyanta, it can control and also move, or move means initiate the manas towards the Shubha karma. So that karma it is having. That is, Vayu is having this particular karma. सर्वेन्द्रियाणाम् उद्योजकः सर्वेन्द्रियार्थानाम् अभिहोडा. सर्व इंद्रियाणाम् अभिहोडा means what? Sarva indriya arthanam abhihoda. That is, indriya artha should be proper in order to have the proper indriya jnana. Therefore, abhivoda means it will maintain the swasthya, or it will maintain the functionality of the indriya artha also. Not only the indriya artha is also taken care of here. सर्व शरीर धातु व्यूहकरः. सर्व शरीर धातु व्यूहकर means what? Vyuhakara means it is going to circulate, or it is going to do the prerana, or there is movement. So sarva sharira dhatu vyuhakara. The sarva means in the whole of the sharira there will be movement. The Vayu is responsible for any kind of movement. Vyuhana. Sandhanakaraha sharirasya. Sandhanakaraha means it will make sure that there is a proper compactness in the sharira. Now, there is one more understanding of Vyuhakara and Sandhanakara. See, for example, if you consider a pot, potter making a pot, you can see that with the help of the chakra and the danda, he will be rotating the wheel and then preparing the pot. So there is Vyuhana karma. That is, there is continuous circulation happening. With that, there is a compactness, or there is a shape formed. So you can see that, see, sarva sharira dhatu vyuhakaraha means it is not only the dhatu ayana happens, or the circulation happens, there is a vyuhana which is making the formation of the dhatus also. That is, the mamsa peshi, if it has to form in a particular way, especially you can see that the mamsa peshi microscopically also it is spindle shaped. So how does it happen? It is because of this vyuhana karma of the vata. And the definite shapes of the avayavas are because of the vyuhana karma of vata. So therefore that is very, very important to be understood. So this is understood with the help of this the chakra and the ghata example, wherein the ghata is formed. The shape of the ghata is because of the vyuhana which is done with the help of chakra and danda. Okay, so this has to be kept in mind. Then Sandhanakara, the compactness is important. Pravartako vachaha, that is pravartana of the vak. Vachaha, that is vak, that is the sound or the voice or girva. All these things are responsible. That is, any kind of udana pravritti is also responsible with the help of vata only. Prakritihi sparsha shabdayoho. This prakrita shabda and sparsha is because of the vata once again. Shotra sparshanayoho moolam. That is for the Shrotra and the Sparshana. That is the Mula, Vayu's Mula. Because we have seen that in the earlier classes also in Ashtanga Hridaya we have studied. That is the Sthana of Vata. Right? In the Sthana of the Vata, Tvak and Shrotra we have already included under that. Harshotsahayoho yonihi. It is the yoni, that is, or it is the source. Yoni means source. Okay. So yoni, it is the yoni for, or the source for what? Harsha and Utsaha. Because any kind of utsaha uchvasa nishvasa cheshta vega pravartanehi samyagattya cha dhatuna akshanam patavena cha. You have studied this in the Ashtanga Hridaya, that it is the avikrita karma of the vata. So therefore, see, you can see the harsha utsahayoho yoni. It is a source for harsha and utsaha. It is happiness and also enthusiasm. Samirano agnehe, that is the Samirana Agnehe means it gives the proper initiation to the Agni, that is the digestive fire. You can see that combustion doesn't happen without the help of the air. Oxygen is required to burn something, right? This we have seen in many in our lower classes we have studied about this. There's any kind of combustion will need fuel and also oxygen. Then only there will be it will burn. Right, it will give energy. Therefore, here also this is very important. Samirano Agnehe, that is, it provides the strength to the Agni by providing this particular Vata. That is, the Vayu will provide strength to the Agni. Samirano Agnehe. Dosha Samshoshanaha. It can do the Shoshana of the dosha. You can see that in many of the cases, if you just leave with the help of the concept which we understand, this Vibhava Pramavada also, you can see that if you just leave, there will be dosha samshoshana also many times. In Langhana also this thing happens. In Langhana we see that the Vata, Vayu Mahabhuta and the Akasha Mahabhuta and Agni Mahabhuta are mainly used for Langhana. So in definite types of Langhana, especially like Rukshana, Vata is Vayu Mahabhuta is used, or Akasha Vayu and Akasha Mahabhuta together are used for the dosha samshoshana. So in those cases, the dosha samshoshana, it is not samshodhana, it is shoshana. That is the drying of the the kleda or any kind of dushti which has happened due to the other mahabhutas, especially the kleda janya mahabhutas like jala, etc. So there you can see that dosha samshoshana happens with the help of vata. Kshepta bahirmalana, that is, it can displace or it can throw out the mala. Bahi, that is, it can throw away the mala completely outside. Stula anu shrotasam bheta, that is, it can enter or it can divide or classify the stula srotas as well as the anusrotas. Both are important. Sthula Srotas are also divided by the Vayu. Anu Srotas are also divided by the Vayu only. Bheta. Divided or classified, we can say. Then Karta Garbhakriti Nam. The Akriti of the Garbha, that is the shape and compactness of the Garbha, is also made up by the Vayu only. Ayusho Anuvrittir Apratya Bhuto Bhavati Akupitaha. That is, it will be helpful for if it is Akupita, it is not Prakupita. That is, if Vata is in the Prakrita state, then it will lead to all kinds of Abhinivritti or Abhivriddhi of the Sharira also, and it will do the proper portion of the Sharira. कुपितस्तु खलु शरीरे शरीरे शरीरं नानाविधैर् विकारैः उपतपति बलवर्णसुखायुषाम् उपघाताय. So if there is any kind of vikriti of the vata, then it will lead to the bala varna sukha ayusha upaghataya. Bala upaghata, varna upaghata, sukha upaghata, ayushya upaghataha will happen with the if the sharira is afflicted with the kupita vayu or prakopa of the vayu. If it is happening in the sharira, it will lead to balavarna sukhayu ayusha upaghata. And then you can see that there will be mano vyaharshayati, that is, there will be mano vyaharshayati means that means there will be a lot of anxiety present in the sharira if there is prakopa of the vayu. Sarvendriyanam upahanti, that is, all the indriyas also will not work properly. Vinihanti garbhan vikrutim apadayati atikalam va dharayati. So in the garbha also there can be many kinds of vikriti seen. It can the garbha development of the garbha can get delayed, or it can become a premature delivery. Such kind of vikriti, garbha vikritis, which are explained in the Mahati Garbhavakranti Sharira as well as in the Kutika Garbhavakranti Sharira, these things will usually happen in the in this particular context. They are explaining that. That is, if there is prakopa of the vayu. So similarly, you can see that these particular vikritis happens whenever there is prakopa of the vayu. And later they have explained the loka vayu karma. That is what it does in the loka, that is in the external to the sharira. In the sharira, what all it does, we have seen. External to the sharira, what all it does, that was also important. Prakriti bhutasya khalo asya loke charatah karmani imani bhavanti. So prakriti bhutasya, if it is prakrita, if it is doing its normal functions in the loka, then what all happens? You can see that dharani dharanam, it will do the dharana of the dharani, that is, the earth is made, the axis of the earth, the dharana of the bhumi is done by the vayu. Jvalanojvalanam, that is all the every kind of fire which is present in the earth or in the even in the universe. Jvalano jvalanam, the lighting of the fire, etc., is because of this vayu only. Aditya Chandra Nakshatra Grahananam Santana Gati Vidhanam, that is the Santana Gati and Gati Vidhana, that is the movement of the planets, including the Surya, Chandra, Nakshatra, Graha. All the planets, including the Surya, Chandra, and the other stars, everything is controlled by the vayu only. You can see that there is this word, there is Santana Gati Vidhanam, that is, there is a particular vidhana in which the gati happens. There is a axis in which all the planets, grahas, etc., that is all the planets and the Surya, Chandra, etc., move. So that movement, which is in a fixed path, that is controlled by the vayu only. This pathway is fixed by the vayu, or it is maintained by the vayu. That is also very important, which has been mentioned here. Srishtischa meghanam apam visargaha pravartanam srotasam pushpaphalanam cha abhinirvartanam. That is the pushpaphala, including the pushpaphala abhinirvartana. That is the origin of the pushpa and phala, the apam visargaha, that is the rainfall, etc., formation of the clouds, everything is controlled by the vata only. Udbhedanam cha udbhidanam, that is the udbhida things are also controlled by the udbhedana of that is also controlled by the vayu. That is the things which are under the earth also, the formation of that is also controlled by vayu. Rutunam pravibhagaha, the vibhaga, that is pravibhaga. We have shad rutus, there is 6 rutus we have, right? this Rutu Vibhaga is also controlled by Vayu only, right? Then Vibhago Dhatu Nam, that is Dhatu Vibhaga is also done by the Vayu only. Dhatu धातुमानव संस्थान व्यक्ति बीजाभि संस्कारः शस्याभिवर्धनम विक्लेदोपशोषणे. So all these karmas, that is the anything which is seen in the universe or in and around us, that is the plants, animals, etc., the natural resources, minerals, metals, everything is mainly the classification of that, and the existence of that is dependent upon the vayu only. अविकारिक विकारश्चेति प्रकुपितस्य खलु अस्य लोकेषु चरतः कर्माणि इमानि भवन्ति. So these are the prakrita karmas of the vayu which is present in the loka. If it becomes prakupita, it is seen that it is the prakopa of the vata happens in the loka also. It is not only in the sharira this happens, in the loka also it can happen due to many reasons. So here you can see that Shikharavamathanam, that is the mountains, etc., or the peaks, these things also can get destroyed, or the avamathanam, and this can happen. Unmathanam, nokahanam, that is you can see that there will be destruction of the natural resources, especially here you can see. Then that is anokahanam. Anokahanam means the vriksha, that is all the trees, or the bigger trees, all these things can get uprooted. This also will be seen whenever there is a typhoon or there is a storm, etc. You can see that or floods, etc. You can see that there is some complete destruction of all the natural resources which you usually see, right? So all these things, akampanam cha bhumehe, there is bhumi akampana, there is the earthquakes, etc. All these things will be because of the vikrita vayu karma. Vyapadanam cha shannam rutunam, that is shannam rutunam, there is that is all the shad rutus. There can be vyapat, rutu vyapat we say. Vyapadam means the normal lakshanas, whatever has to be seen in a rutu, that will not be seen. There will be vikriti in the thing. Nowadays this will be usually seen, right? In the whichever ritu we expect something, all those things will not happen. The fruiting and flowering, or the rainfall, or sunlight at the right time, or even the climatic changes will not happen in a proper way. There is rutu viparya or rutu vyapat can be seen in the in this particular seasons. Then vyapadanam cha shannam rutunam shasyanam asanghatah bhutanam cha upasargah bhavanam cha abhavakaranam. So what has to be present will not be present, and what is not expected will be usually present. Then chatur yuganta karanam Sargata will be seen. There is Megha, Surya, Anila, Anala. All these things will be affected. Sahi Bhagavan Prabhavascha Vyayascha Bhutanam Bhava Bhavakaraha Sukha Sukhayoho Vidhata Mrityuhu Yamaha Niyanta Prajapatihi Aditihi Vishwakarma Vishwarupaha Sarvagaha Sarvatantranam Vidhata Bhavanam Anuhu Vibhuhu Vishnuhu Krantalokanam Vayureva Bhagavaniti. Therefore, for all these functions, whatever has been mentioned earlier, everything is coming under some of the other categories, and you can see that many of the devatas or the things which are present in the universe, everything is coming under the perspective or coming under the scope of Vayu. So the Vidhata, Mrityuhu, Yama, Niyanta, Prajapati, Aditihi, Vishwakarma, Vishwarupaha, Sarvagaha, all these things are the adjectives which are seen for the Vata, and also these adjectives are having specific karmas, right? Then Sarvatantranam Vidhata, Bhavanam Anuhu, Vibhuhu, Vishnuhu, Krantalokanam, Vayureva Bhagavaniti. Therefore, as we see that all kinds of karma, whether it is Sharira karma or it is Loka karma, everything is controlled by the Vayu itself. Then everything is coming under the perspective of Vayu only. Therefore, we can consider that Vayurevaha Bhagavan, that is Vayuhu Eva Bhagavan. Bhagavan is whom? it is the Vayu only, because it is beyond our perception. Many of the things are pratyaksha, but some things are anumana and some things are aptopadesha. And by aptopadesha, we have to believe that Vayu itself is the Bhagavan, because he is doing all these karmas and nobody else can do these particular karmas. Therefore, he is considered to be Bhagavan. We have the definition of Bhagavan Shabda in the first chapter of Charaka Samhita Sutra Sthana. That is, it is derived from the Bhaga Shabda. That is one who is having enormous powers, supernatural powers. That he is called as Bhagavan. Therefore, Vayu is considered as Bhagavan because he is having, it is having all the factors which are beyond our capacity, or which we can see beyond the pramanas. That also is present. So तच्छ्रुत्वा वायुर्विदवचो मरीचिरुवाच यद्यपि एवमेतत् किमर्थस्यास्य वचने विज्ञाने वा सामर्थ्यमस्ति विषग्विद्यायां विषग्विद्या अधिकृत्येयं कथा प्रवृत्तेति. That is pravritteti. That is, here you can see that the Marichi, the Maharshi, after listening to Vayur with the Rishi, he says that it is important for a bishak to understand all the aspects of the Vayu in a proper way. Right? Then once again Vayurvida Uvacha, Vayurvida says that Bishak Pavanam Atibalam Ati Parusham Ati Shigram Shigra Karanam Ityayikam Atyayikam Cha Ena Anunishamyet. That is, we can see that with these features which we have seen earlier, the bishak has to understand that, or the doctor has to understand that Pavanam Atibalam, Pavana or the Vata is Atibala, it is having enormous capacity or Bala, and Atiparusham, it is Atiparusha, then Ati Shigrakarinam, it is very very fast, very very swift, Shigrakarinaha. Then Atyayikam, that is immediately, it will have immediate results, or we say Atyayikam means casualty, that is immediately it can have its effects seen, the effects are seen immediately, that is called as Atyayikam. So therefore we have to understand the prakopa of the Vata properly. What are the features of the Vata prakopa? We have to understand it properly, and then we have to treat the patients. So what is the benefit of doing this? If we are going to maintain the Vata, if we are not allowing the Vata to get prakopita, then bhavati arogyaya balavarna vivruddhaye varchastvivayoho upachayaya gnanopapattaye paramayuha prakarshaye cha iti. That is, you can see that there will be vruddhi of the arogya, bala, varna. Arogya, bala and varna will get vruddha, or it will become increased with while you are maintaining the Vayu in a proper way. Therefore, the Vata has to be given due importance while treating any kind of disease, or Vata prakopa should be always avoided. After listening to this, the next context, that is the context wherein the Vatadi doshas, that is because we have three doshas in our Sharira, it is not only Vata which is sustaining the Sharira. So the other components of the Sharira, that is the other doshas, two other doshas also have to be given due importance. Their Guna and Aguna, that is if they get Prakopita, what has to be done, or what are the Lakshanas of if they are Prakopita. If they are not Prakopita, what are their functions. This Prakrita Karma and Vikrita Karma of Pitta and Kapha are also to be understood. Therefore, in the further shlokas, this has been enumerated. So, Marichiruvacha Agnirev Sharire Pittantargatah Kupita Kupitaha Shubhashubhani Karoti. So, Agni itself has become the Sharira. In the Sharira, it has become the Pitta. The Agni component which is present in the Loka, that is present as the Pitta in the Sharira. Pittantargatah Kupita Kupita Shubhashubhani Karoti. If it is Akupita, it will do Shubha. If it is Kupita, then it will do Ashubha. Therefore, that has been explained here. Tadyata Paktim Apaktim. So this Dvandvata has been explained. In the last, you can see Cha Aparani Dvandvani iti. That is the Dvandvatva. That is, you can see that in the Guru Mandahimasnik Disraksha Sandram Mudastiraha Gunaha Sukshma Vishadaha Vimshiti Sa Vipariyaha. So the Vipariya of that they have been told. There is Guru Laghu, like that. We have the opposites which have been explained. In a similar way here, the dvandvatva has been told. If it is kupita, what is the nature? If it is akupita, what will happen? That is told. So paktim apaktim. If it is not kupita, then the paka will happen in a properly. Apaktim, no proper paka if it is kupita. Darshanam adarshanam. Matra matratam ushmanaha. That is proper samyak matra of the, that is proper optimum temperature which is maintained in the sharira, that is because of the pitta. Once again, prakriti vikriti varno, that is prakriti varna is because of the akupita pitta, vikrita varna is because of the kupita pitta. Then shauryam, bhayam, shaurya and bhaya are two opposites. Shaurya will be present if there is good pitta, bhaya will be seen if there is no if the dushti of the pitta. Krodham harsham, that is krodha will be seen, or opposite of that is harsha. Moham prasadam, that is there will be moha, and the opposite of this it is prasadam. Ittevam adini cha aparani dvandvaniti. So like this the other features also can be seen which are related to the pitta. Right, so therefore in the loka the pitta function is in the form of agni, in the sharira it is in the form of pitta. So the dvandvatva, that is if it is kupita and akupita, what are the functions, that has been explained by Marichi. So Marichi is very easy to remember. Maricha, that is Marichi is black pepper. Black pepper is having ushnata in it, therefore it can excessively, if it is taken, it will cause an increase in the pitta. So Marichi has told about pitta, very easy to remember. Vayorvida is telling about vata, Marichi is telling about pitta. Then Tachutva Marichi Vachaha Kapya Vacha. You can see that Kapya is once again a Rishi. He is telling about the Sleshma. Kapya is usually sounds very similar to Apya. That is, Apya means what? Apdhatu Janita. So Jalamahabhuta or Sleshma is also Jalamahabhuta Janita. Apya. Right? So therefore, about the Apya Dravya, that is about the Sleshma, Kapya Rishi has told. This is also very easy to remember, right? Kapya and Apya, which is he is telling about the Sleshma. So therefore these three words, that is Vayurvida telling about Vata, Marichi telling about Pitta, and Kapya telling about the Sleshma. These are important. So Kapya Uvacha, Kapya says that Soma eva sharire Sleshma antargataha kupita shubhashpani karoti. Soma, that is Soma, Surya and Anila are the three factors which are present in the loka, which is corresponding to the Vata, Pitta and Kapha, right? Kapha, Pitta and Anila, right? Visargadana vikshepaihi Soma Surya Anile yatha dharayanti jagat deham Kapha, Pitta Anilastatha. This shloka we have already studied in the first year also, right? So Soma eva sharire Sleshmantargata. Soma in the loka is corresponding to the Sleshma in the sharira. And if it is kupita or akupita, then they have definite karmas. Shubha shubhani karoti. Tadita dhardhyam shaitilam upachayam karshyam utsaham alasyam vrishatam klibatam gnanam agnanam buddhim moham evam vadini cha aparani dvandvaniti. Here also you can see these dvandvas, that is the Shubha karma of the Sleshma. There is Dhadya and Shitilata. Dhadya is because of the Sleshma. If the Prakrita Sleshma is present, there will be Dhadyata. If it is not present, or if there is Kupitata or Prakopa of the Sleshma, then there will be Shaitilya. Upachaya and Karshya are opposites once again. Then Utsaha, Alasya are opposites. Utsaha will be there if there is Prakrita Sleshma. Then Vrishatam Klibatam. There is Vrishata will be seen if there is Prakrita Kapha. Klibata will be present if there is Prakopa of the Kapha. Then Jnanam Ajnanam, Jnana and Ajnana, opposites. Buddhim Mohaha. That is, if the Sleshma is having good good amount, the matravatvam is present of the Sleshma, then you can see that buddhi will be present. Otherwise it will lead to moha. Evamadini cha aparani dvandvaniti. Like this, other factors also can be considered. Other dvandva characters also can be considered with respect to the Sleshma karma. तत्श्रुत्वा काप्यो उवाच भगवान् पुनर्वसुरात्रेय उवाच सर्व एव भवन्तः सम्यग् आहुरन्यत्र एकान्तिक वचनात्. So here you can see that this Purnavasa Atreya, now he is concluding. After listening to all these factors, there is all these people who have contributed their opinions about the Vata, Pitta and Sleshma. That is the Shubha Shubha Karma, that is the Loka Karma and the Sharirika Karma. Both after listening that, he comes to Ekanta. That is, he said that now everything is ending in the same point. That is, all the opinions are being accepted. Sarva eva khalu Vata, Pitta, Sleshmanaha Prakriti Bhutaha पुरुषम अव्यापन्नेन्द्रियं बलवर्ण सुख उपपन्नम आयुषा महतो उपपादयन्ति सम्यक् सम्यक् एव आचरिता धर्मार्थकाम इव निश्रेयसेन महता पुरुषमिह च अमुष्मिंश्च लोके. That is, the Vata, Pitta and Kapha together, if it is Prakriti Bhuta, that is if it is in a optimum level, or if it is not Prakopita, then the person will be having Avyapana Indriya. There is no problem or any kind of disturbance in the Indriyas. The Indriya Artha Grahana will happen in a proper way. Then Bala Varna Sukha Ayusha also Vriddhi will happen. And you can see that Mahatopapadyanti Samyageva Acharita Dharmartha Kama Iva. That is, by having these good proper Indriyas, by having the Bala, Varna, Sukha and Ayusha, he will be able to achieve Dharma, Artha and Kama in his lifetime. So if Dharma, Artha and Kama has been achieved, then you can see that he can also achieve not only success in this particular life, but also cha amushmimsha loke, that is not only here but in the paraloka also. There is he can be he can attain the salvation properly, or he can go towards the path of moksha in the years to come. विकृतस्त्वेन महता विपर्ययेण आपादयन्ति ऋतवस्त्रयः एव विकृतिमापन्ना लोकम् आशुभेदन उपघातकाल इति. That is, you can see that if the prakopana happens, if these things are happening in the viparya stage, in the opposite way, then he will not be able to do the dharmartha kama in a proper way. And how it will happen? It will happen like the rutu, that is the visarga adana and visarga adana vikshepehi somasuryanatha, if we have seen now, there is the visarga and adana kala, how viparya happens. In a similar way, there will be vikriti in the loka, and also in the sharira of the, or in the life of the person also the same things can be seen. So tadrishaya sarva evanumenire vachanam matre yasya bhagavanto abhinananduscheti. So what they say, everybody will agree to this particular conclusion of Atreya, that the prakrita vata, pitta and kapha karma will always lead to dharma, artha and kama, and also will lead to moksha. If it is prakupita, then it can lead to many diseases, or it can lead to vikriti. That is what is accepted by all. Bhavati chatra tada tatra tada atreya vachah shrutva sarvaha evanumenire ऋषयो अभिनंदुश्च Yathendra Vachanam Suraha. So, like how Indra Vachana is accepted by all the Sura or all the Devatas, in the similar way, whatever Atreya told, everything he concluded was accepted by everybody who were present there. That is, all the rishis who gave their opinion, everybody were much clarified, and then they accepted the conclusions of Atreya Punarvasu. So in this particular chapter, we can see that the summary is seen. There is all the aspects which are related to Vata, Pitta and Kapha, the Shadguna of the Vata, the Prakopa Karana and the Prashama Karana of the Vayu has been explained. Then the Loka Vayu Karma and Sharira Vayu Karma has been explained. Along with the Prakopita Vata Karma and Aprakopita Vata Karma, both in Sharira and Loka have been explained. The Akupita and Kupita Pitta Karma and Akupita and Kupita Sleshma Karma also has been explained in the Loka and the Sharira. Right? And so what all have been explained here? Tatra Shloko Gunaha Shad Dvividho. That is Gunaha Shat, that is Shat Gunas of Vata. That is Rukshadi Guna. These 6 gunas have been mentioned. You can also see that Dvivido Hetuhu. Dvivido Hetur Vividham Karma Yat Punaha. So Hetu Dvivido hetuhu. What are the two hetus which they have told? They have told Vata Prakopa hetu and Vata Prashama hetu. Both have been explained. Sorry, Vata Prakopa hetu and Vata Prashama hetu. Both have been explained in this particular context. Hetu Dvivido hetuhu means both the this thing Vata Prashamana hetu and Prakopa hetu both have been explained. Then Vividham karma yat punaha. Vividha karma has been told. That is the Vatasya karma. Vata, all the types of karma of Vata, both in the Loka and the Sharira, has been explained. Pratakcha kapha pitta yoho. Pratak means separately. For the kapha and pitta also this is explained. Then they have explained Maharshinam matiryo va matiryo ya punarvaso matischaya kalakaliye vatasya tatsarvam samprakashitam. So matirya means the opinions or the whatever postulations of the Maharshis were there, all those things also have been present, and the conclusion of the Atreya Punarvaso also has been given in this particular chapter. And you can see that Kalakaliye, that is in the Vata Kalakaliye Vatasya, that is the Guna and Aguna, that is the Prakrita Karma and Vikrita Karma of Vata, Pitta and Sleshma have been enlisted. Tat sarvam samprakashitam. Everything has been explained in this particular chapter. Iti agnivesh krite tantre charaka prati samskrute shlokasthane vatakalakalio nama dvadashodhyayah samaptah. Iti nirdesha chatushkah. So with this we complete the nirdesha chatushka. That is wherein the guidelines and the principles have been told for the management of the healthcare. Right? So in the next class we will be discussing about the next adhyaya, Trayodoshodhyayah atatah snehadhyayam vyakyasyamah iti hasmah bhagavan Atreyah sankhyehi sankhyaata sankhyehi sahasinam punarvasum jagat jagaditharthyam prapacha vanhiveshah swasamshayam. So in the next chapter, that is in the snehadhyaya, that is which is the next particular chatushka which belongs to the next chatushka, we will be dealing with it. That is the Bheshasvasa Nirdesha Kalpana. Kalpana Chatushka we will be seeing in the Kalpana Chatushka. The first adhyaya is the Snehadhyaya. About Snehadhyaya we will be discussing in the next class. Okay. So if you have any questions, you can post it on the in this page, and also comment on the YouTube channel also. Okay. So next class we will be discussing about the Snehadhyaya of Charaka Samhita Sutrasthana. Dhanyavada.